Hey everyone, welcome to ALchemy. I'm Alyson, your ally in transformation. Today, I'm talking about the four-letter F word that messes with all of us, the word fear. Fear gets tossed around back and forth like a ping pong ball so often when we talk about life changes, personal struggles, and the path to success that it almost loses its impact and descriptiveness. Instead, it becomes this general ambiguous thing that we know limits us or is trying to protect us, but we can't overcome it. Until now. The trick? In order to face fear, you need to face fear. Wow, sorry, let me clarify. You need to give fear a face. Because when you picture fear as a person you can recognize and place in an environment, you can have the talk. See, there's something very ironic. Fear feels big, you feel small. When it enters the space, the air grows thick. There's an invisible force forbidding you to move forward, warning you of the worst possible outcome to the point that you're paralyzed, unable to see through the haze to a doorknob right in front of you. In reality, fear is small, and you are big. Fear is actually like a little kid sitting in the corner with their knees tucked, hair covering their eyes, terrified. Fear is afraid of itself. In that ominous presence, this is kind of gross, but that's actually fear's BO filling the room. Not as a smelly odor, but as an energetic emission. Fear is sweating profusely. When you notice this switch in the power dynamic, you might sense your resentment toward fear melting away as it's replaced with sensitivity and compassion. Oh. Or, now that you have the upper hand, like me, you'll be tempted to intimidate or ignore fear as you muscle through your problem with willpower. Oy. But that usually doesn't work. Why? Because you haven't had the talk. See, fear has the answer to your problem. In fact, fear knows something you don't know about your situation because you were previously too afraid to ask. What? So enough evading, it's time for the talk. Go ahead and give fear a face that you can recognize. I personally like to imagine my younger self. Now, pop a squat anywhere and kindly ask fear to sit across from you. Do you feel silly yet? Trust me, it won't feel silly when you're succeeding in ways you never thought possible. Start casually and gently. Spend like 10 minutes getting to know each other. A sample starter kit? Ask where fear is from, meaning at what point they started tagging along with you, because maybe there was a specific event or location. Fear has been super fragile and quick to sound the alarm ever since you know what happened. Ask what fear believes is being threatened and therefore wants to protect you from in this area of your life, and let them know they can trust you with this knowledge. Ask what secrets fear knows about you that you haven't yet discovered or admitted to yourself, and listen closely because this information can open doors to new solutions. Let the convo flow. Talk about other areas where fear shows up. Answer any questions that fear has for you. I mean, how would an outcome change if you listened to fear versus fear listening to you? Just remember, fear's reality is a constant worst-case scenario, so it may not always be rational or factual. Try not to judge or blame. 2, you don't need to identify with fear's thoughts. Fear's truth doesn't have to be your truth. 3, fear is small and vulnerable. Be kind. When you've reached a good endpoint, thank each other for the chat, take a few deep breaths, maybe crack open a journal, and then carry on with your day. See, now that you've faced fear by giving fear a face, it'll become easier to picture fear not as an enemy or obstacle, but simply a smaller self who needs a little support. You can easily separate the thoughts in your head and see which belong to whom, as well as gather more intel on your situation when plotting your next big leap. You know, it's hard to hate someone up close when you're both vulnerable, transparent, and trying to help. Now, comment below what questions or thoughts bubble up when you give fear a face, and for some bonus alchemy, here's your 5-minute contemplation. Reflect on this and share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share with whoever this could inspire, and I'll see you next time on ALchemy.